Greetings and welcome to my channel.
Hi.
We've been on the air for 2 years now. And over the course of those 2 years, the channel's garnered little over 21,000 views, which feels like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, I know it's basically nothing still. But, I'm thankful for what I've got, and I'm hoping I can build on this and, get something decent going here over the course of the next couple of years. Not that I plan on quitting anytime soon, of course I don't. But,
We've been having a really hard time building a community around this channel. We have a Twitter and a Discord. We always post updates to those whenever we upload a video to YouTube to let people know that the video's ready to watch. But between nobody really talking on those and the fact that we don't really know how to advertise for this channel, it's been kind of hard. I'm not saying you have to or anything, but if you want to come talk to us, that's really the best way to do it, and we'd be happy to hear from you.
so for this video, I've collected little moments from all of the videos that did particularly well, like the ones that got at least 100 views, which there are some that are up there in the thousands, but those are like the rarer ones. Like, particularly the guides, which is a shame because I want to focus on entertainment content instead of educational content. It is what it is. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. But, I hope you enjoy this compilation that kind of shows everything that's been going on over the past year, because there are no videos from the first year I've been on here that have 100 views and above. So there's not. So this is all I've really got. We hope you enjoy this little compilation we made. Really wish I could get Keiko some pants, but they're just not a lot of those. Not a lot of those for the Type 2 body that have modest tops to go with them, because this game was designed for. I'm just not going to talk about that. What, perverts? It's okay, past me. You can say perverts. YouTube isn't going to give us a guideline drop from dropping the P-bomb.
Terashi, you know very well that the Japanese have very different ideas for what isn't okay to wear. It's not that they're perverts, they just dress differently, I guess.
Yes, I do know that. I was just trying to be funny. Some of the people that play this game are definitely perverts, though, and yes, they know who they are. And no, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that as long as you're keeping it to yourself. Or with someone that consents. No, Zudappa, I wasn't talking about you. Get back in your ball. But it took a while. It took some time. That said, I'm still not good at it, though, and the later levels do tend to give me a lot of difficulty. But unlike the Sonic Mania run I did, I actually am going to go for the Chaos Emeralds this time around. Which will hopefully be helpful to you if you play this game and haven't beat it. Did you think I was joking at the beginning of the last video? I hope so. Because I was. I want to make a very calculated jump down to here. I don't know if I can get back up from there, but I definitely want to. But all in all, the first act is relatively short as long as you don't make multiple mistakes. Okay, we have one hit to go. That is one hit to go. Oh no, that's it actually. Congratulations, Tails, you got the last hit on him. Good job. Okay, so that necessarily wasn't a funny moment from the second episode of the SRB2 series, and more of a compilation of all the mistakes that I made throughout the SR2B's vanilla series as a whole. But yeah, there wasn't a whole lot I could do with the second episode of that series, mainly because I was trying to follow a formula that I crafted in like my second video ever, based on the first comment I ever got. Yeah, as much as I like the idea of this channel being of like me being a close friend, you feel like you can like that of this content feeling like I'm like a close friend of yours that's just telling you about my day and stuff. That hasn't historically gone well. So I'm trying to be more, I guess, entertainer like about it instead of like, I guess, casual, which I assume was what that was. I guess because there really wasn't a whole lot to watch for with that. It's really just me talking about things that are going on around me and then talking about the game instead of me talking about the game and trying to be funny and entertaining, so I kind of get it. But yeah, I also think this is kind of interesting to show off because it really shows how not good I am at 3D Sonic games compared to 2D Sonic games, which I'm actually fairly competent at, which is funny considering the fact that my first 3D Sonic content series did a lot better than my first 2D Sonic series. Which, to be fair, it was like the first series of anything I put on my channel at all. So still, that one does kind of sting a little bit, but I don't blame anybody but myself for that. So Yeah, okay. Okay. And then F5 to see. Oh, it broke, so I want to grab that. Okay, so bet.
Who is this mysterious man that just appeared out of thin air? What is this weird and unusual land that the stranger wants to take our hero to? And will our hero ever get enough training points to unlock his potential? Find out in the next episode of Dragoncraft Super.
Dragoncraft Super. I think I honestly had, despite everything, a lot of fun with this series. I started experimenting with like a half let's play, half role play design going forward with it, and I really enjoyed like the intros and outros, the DBZ style stuff that went forth with it. And honestly, I think this series has a lot to do with my more entertainer kind of like aspect when it comes to commenting on videos. It really kind of helped me let loose and let go of the old idea that didn't pan out. That said, though, boy, when I first joined this server this series was based on, I was warned there was drama afoot, and I was not disappointed. But I'll get into that in later on in this video because we are not done with DCS. I got 3 other videos that got over 100 views I need to go over, so yeah. Yeah, so there's really nothing of value here. It was basically just an update video and a way for me to say sorry I was biased in my guide. Yeah, I hate to have to do it, but because this video did get over 100 views, but there's seriously nothing I can do with this, so yeah, skip.
Previously on Dragoncraft Super. After some initial technical difficulties, our hero got set up in the rocky biome near spawn and began the first leg of his training. After some time, he made his way to Corrin's tower, and after a debate between saving for the expensive flight skill or the free Nimbus cloud, he chose the latter and made his way up to Kami's lookout for training gear, only to be met right away with a mysterious stranger. What shenanigans will this unknown person put our hero up to? Find out now on Dragoncraft Super.
Terror with 2 R's. Kind of an important distinction to make since I sometimes, especially on Team Snag'em, use Terror as like a short name for find my full name, Terashi. But yeah, Terror with 2 R's. He was really the only one who was legitimate about wanting me to help me get stronger, like to actually help me get stronger. He set me up with a sweet pad, all the food I could eat, which is good, because that's kind of how you heal in that game, other than, like, sensu beans. And a big training ground all to myself. He really wasn't around a lot, because he had acquired, like, the best rank a player can reach, which is traded from hand to hand by means of winning or losing a battle. So yeah, he wasn't around the server a lot because he didn't want people constantly challenging him for his rank all the time. But he helped in whatever ways he could, and he was the only one legitimate about it. Snipes talked about wanting to train me, but he really didn't do anything at all. Like there was the Saiyan Army quest hall and all, but like he almost did nothing with me. Despite the fact that he many times claimed otherwise. Maybe he meant to get around to it at some point, but kept being busy with people trying to raid his base and all that. I don't know. And then there's Blue. We'll get to him.
There we go. We got some senzu beans, one of Earth's Dragon Balls, and one of these things, which... yeah, this one. This. No. Okay.
Oh my god, is that Terashi? I love your videos.
Thank you.
Are you recording right now?
Yes.
No way.
Okay, so the voice was a text-to-speech bot, but the guy, his name was Salty, and he was moderator, admin something. I'm not entirely sure. Pretty sure he was staff for that server, but he became a fan of my content pretty quick after I started making DCS videos, and it kind of made my day every time he said something to me about it. Salty, if you're still watching my content after all this time, you're one of the real ones, bro. I'm happy that you enjoyed what I do here, and hope that you enjoy going forward, I guess. Yeah, that was one of the nicer things that came out of this series.
Okay, let's be real for a second. You and I both know why this video got over 500 views. And it wasn't because of NGS, it wasn't because of an item, it was the thumbnail. Do you really get clickbaited that easily? Terashi, why don't you explain why this thumbnail is the way it is?
Yeah, I genuinely have no excuse. I honestly didn't think about it at all. It was the description of the item that I was making the video based on, so I just put it in the thumbnail to show that this is what the whole video is about. I didn't even think about what was depicted until somebody pointed that out. And so somebody showed me the thumbnail of the video, and I was like, what this video is supposed to be about. And that's when I put it together. I was like, oh, right, that's a girl's butt on there. Yeah. No, that's just about an item I wanted to farm for. That's literally the story.
There's not much point of showing the thumbnail when it's that low of a resolution. It's basically nothing but a blurry mess. How about you show it at a decent resolution? Do it, pussy. You won't. No balls.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to listen closely to me on this one. No.
No.
Okay, and yeah, it looks like I was wrong about Super Saiyan because we are getting that right now. Nice. Okay.
Say it's true. There are some dead memes I do enjoy. Honestly, I could have went with an over 9,000 joke there instead of the MLG green screen, but I'm kind of happy with the end result. And yeah, Super Saiyan did help my training significantly from that point on, although it kind of ended up becoming meaningless after a while because, yeah, we'll get into that. We've still got a couple of DCS things to go.
Disclaimer!
Previously, on Dragoncraft Super, our hero made a new friend and mentor, and moved from a dirty stony biome near spawn to a distant Namekian stronghold. He then went on to grow stronger, topple his enemies, and realize the legend of Super Saiyan. However, before all of this, a mistake was made. A horrible mistake that will be rectified now, on Dragoncraft Super.
Yeah, so the whole story behind this is, I think Snipes. Like, he straight up told me, like, half Saiyan is just inferior to Saiyan, and suggested that I restart because I wasn't really all that strong yet compared to, like, what most people were at. Like, I was fairly restartable. So, yeah, this whole episode was kind of meant to be, like, a restart point and, like, kind of refresh the series and, you know, reinvigorate the series going forward, but it ended up being last series for reasons I'll get into the next DCS video because, yeah, that's going to be the big one. So, as you can see, my man's got a pair of scissors on his back. I mean, that's just what the Kukuroziet looked like to me. Maybe the wing is because the wing, you can't see the I guess the left wing when I do it like this, so yeah, it really do be looking like a pair of scissors. But, yeah. So today, we're gonna go over the Bouncer Photon art, specifically Soaring Blades. I didn't do Talus, mechanics in the Force Guide, not because I didn't like the, Talus, but because I have never tried it. This time, we're focusing on Soaring Blades and ignoring jet boots. Not because they're not fun to use or whatever, but because I'm not into foot fetish. I don't have a foot fetish. So, no jet boots for me, thank you. Was a joke, by the way, as I put it in the video. Yeah, I was just kidding. I will never stop hating on jet boots, but I have no beef against anybody who uses the weapon and enjoys the weapon. But it's just, yeah, I really wish they'd take that cringe weapon off of my character, off of my class. I'm kidding. Anyway, yeah, this video was kind of a two-parter. One was in the fact that I kind of felt bad for not making a bouncer guide after making a force guide and a follow-up. Like, I know, even there's still the whole, like, I want to be entertaining and not educational. But, yeah, I kind of felt bad because even though I play Force the most, like, I barely touched Soaring Blade anymore. I still have that dual loyalty, so I had to do that. And then the second part was the compound text, because when I made my first Force Guide video, compound texts weren't out yet. And I believe I made this video shortly after they came out. So, yeah, I kind of had to do that as well. And I figured there wasn't... Just Soaring Blades by themselves didn't make very long of a video, so I just tagged compound text on top of that to put them out there. Yeah. So, who's ready for some nonsense? So instead of doing the normal video today, I decided to answer a question that a lot of people have been asking me, both on my channel and in like the Discord. And that question is, how was Blue's and Snipes' training so effective on me? And I've already said multiple times that you'll get different. Your results may vary from person to person, depending on various factors. However, the training they did put me on is good for anybody, and I'll go over the details of it now. Listen to me lie to everyone's face.
Wait, I don't think I was here for this. What's going on?
Okay, yeah, I've told this story to multiple people, multiple circles, but, for prosperity and to explain to you what happened, Keiko, I'm going to tell it now. So, this guide, quotation marks, is a follow-up to a special, again, quotation marks, episode where I got training, again, question marks, or quotation marks, sorry, from Blue and Snipes. Blue was the Grand Priest, which was like the second top rank, the first being Xeno, which Terra with 2 R's had, and Snipes had like Art of Destruction rank. So, here's the story. Blue came up to me with a video idea about him training me, which at that point nobody actually quote-unquote trained me. It was mostly like, here's some stuff, go, do what you gotta do. And yeah, the Snipes will listen too. I said that he didn't really do anything for me. That's wrong. He did give me a sword that was very helpful. But he did a lot less than Terra in respects, because I already had a place to train at. I didn't need the same army guild. It's whatever. That's Fanatics. Let me get back on track. So as we're setting up, right, and during recording, Blue tells me that he wants me to become Snipes' Supreme Kai, which is a Dragon Ball Z thing. You'd have to watch that to understand what's going on with it. But in order for me to actually get that, I'd have to be like way, 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 way stronger than I actually was. So the video was that whole training me up to that point, which isn't what actually happened in that video. I got significantly significantly is putting way too lightly, obscenely more powerful than I was before, but not to the level. I didn't get to the level that Blue wanted me at. So yeah, full disclosure. Though the actual fights that went on in that video, I did fight them, I guess, legitimately. I used the sword Snipes gave me. But the actual training points, most of that was gotten using 100k training slips that Blue gave me in between each match. Yeah, so I didn't get that power on my own. Now, Blue at the time told me that he farmed them legitimately, and he said things like, I think I've already pointed out the whole where he wanted me to get me thing out. But yeah, I didn't think about whether or not I should use these. I was kind of trusting him. Big mistake, by the way. So yeah, I found out fairly recently that Blue duped those. He used an exploit to get all of those, or most of those. Like, he had to have had some to begin with in order to actually dupe them. So, yeah, none of that was legit whatsoever. And that guide, that was basically me trying to get people off of me, because people were constantly asking me how I got that strong that quick. Because we were recording in the evening when everybody was online. So people saw me rise the ranks quickly, from fighter to martial arts to whatever. I don't remember exactly all the ranks in DCS. I haven't played months. Yeah.
Okay, wow, that is crazy. So, Blue's basically using you for item laundering?
Yes. And I wondered why he ghosted me after that video went live. Don't worry though, Blue got banned. He got what he deserved.
Well, that's a relief.
And that explains why I haven't gone back to Dragoncraft Super since. Even if I did want to play on that server again, which I don't, and the reason being, say it with me, waiting is not a good game mechanic. The bulk of the stats and skills I got in that server is just not legitimate. And I wouldn't feel right continuing on with that way, which would ultimately mean I'd have to restart from scratch. And considering the time gate mechanics on top of that, yeah, I really don't have any motivation to go back to DCS. Now, I am planning to do more Dragon Block C content in the future. The mod the server was based on, not the server itself, but the mod. I'm just looking for the right server and doing my research ahead of time to know what I'm getting into. No falling face first into drama for me, thank you. Not anymore. It is neat, so I don't know all the details, of course. But when I tried this on my own, I got either to the 5th or the 6th floor, I don't remember which, where I faced a lone Boojin, and well, if you remember the video where I took on a Boojin Cocoon with Keiko one-on-one, it didn't go so well. Yeah, it wasn't even worse this time because the thing was at my level, if I remember correctly, or it was level 40. Not entirely sure which. Why did I think this was okay? You can barely tell what I'm talking about over this. I always hate it when I screw up audio in a video. Just, ugh. Well, I don't really have anything funny to talk about with this video in particular. It's just basically a normal run. How innocent and naive I was to think that Trinitas would end up being the endgame. Barely anybody runs it anymore. Hell, people stopped running that about a week after it was out, which is basically about the story of anything to do with NGS. So, yeah, the really only thing interesting I can talk about was the video after this, the Trinitas Round 2 video, because the only person I had playing with me in that video, QT 3.14, whatever, Cutie Pie, in other words, yeah, she's pretty infamous among the Blackhounds, my alliance, for being bad at her class and having the arrogance of somebody who is the top percentage of Rangers. If you try to call her out on it, she gets uppity. Yeah. I kind of memed the crap out of that video and the following video for that. There's the intro part of Trinitas Done Right, the video after the Trinitas Round 2, where it cuts to my character dying and saying, "You die the Dark Souls way," and then it's like, wait a minute, because the characters on screen isn't the party in the actual video. It was a tip off to QT and being a bad NGS player. Yeah. And yes, I am talking shit about her, and no, I'm not going to apologize. Deal with it. Get good.
Do not think that this is over. I will be coming for those testicles before the week is out. Wait, what do you mean that's illegal?
Yeah, so there is no real story to this. I was in the, 4th out of 5 self-company building videos for the red version Nuzlocke. And I just kind of went wild with an idea. And it worked out. People really seem to enjoy that video in particular. I kind of am a bit worried it's because of the sexuality of it. Because I'm trying to make this channel family friendly, or at least somewhat family friendly. Just in case, little Timmy winds up on here, and that way I don't have to hear about his mother screaming at me because she's too busy to watch her own kid. Which is half joke, half not joke. Because there are some people out there that like that. But no, but like I said, I just kind of ran with this idea and had fun with it, and it worked. It's a lot of the reason why I use TTS voices in the gold version Nuzlocke. Yeah, there's nothing to really show here. The leader of the Blackhounds didn't want to put my original Force guide in these guide section of the Alliance's Discord because there's a lot of bias in it. So I attempted to do an overhaul series where I went over everything I could think of about the Force, and leave my bias out of it for a separate video. What ended up happening was the first video was me reading the Force skills and literally nothing else, which is hilarious when you consider the fact that that's the most watched video on this channel. And yeah, the second video was just me showing everything that I talked about in the first video and how everything works with all the different things, options Force has. And so, yeah, that's basically all there is here. I wanted to make this one video, but it was far too long since I was reading every single word of every single skill the Force has. So, yeah, it had to be 2 videos. And as bad as it is, I don't intend on rebooting this again, going over this again. I'm basically done. It's staying as it is. If somebody has a question about Force Days and an answer there, sorry, I can't help you. It's as simple as that. I've moved on. And yeah, it's gonna get outdated in, well, tomorrow, as of this part of the recording, when Stia comes out. So
I originally started by copying Manon after she showed me her journal a while back.
that's adorable.
But her journal is like super detailed.
Yeah, that tracks.
She keeps records of things like enemy weak points and behaviors, where she found which mineral, what it does, stuff like that. I take a look at it once in a while, and it's really helpful.
You have her permission to do that, right?
She's a really good teacher too.
Again, that tracks. And I'm gonna be nice to Ina. I never knew you were so diligent.
Hey, that's not very nice.
Am I the jerk?
It's gonna be obvious in the honorable mentions, but I really like that in Bison Yes meme. So yeah, I legitimately didn't think that was gonna be an insult. Like, that's the story there. I was legitimately not trying to be mean. I said the wrong thing, I guess. I do like the people who enjoyed that video, but like, I ended up feeling pretty guilty as I got done recording that one. They're fictional characters, though. Not that I'm not, but hey. So yeah. I'll be taking this back.
What, are you retarded? Yes!
I guess you won't have to wait for honorable mentions after all. But, yeah. I definitely put a lot of good jokes in this video. And I got a comment for, in particular, the Metal Gear Solid alert sound when Elm realizes the egg hatched. Yeah, this is a good video. A lot of people seem to enjoy it, and I'm hoping future videos in the gold version as like do similarly well. I just gotta put a lot of good jokes in them, I guess. Looks to be everything. Nope. I spoke too soon. Oh wait, that's Ina. I thought I finished her quest line. Cool. Got a special tree going here. Knowing me, she was there the whole time and I just didn't see it.
Later.
Okay, now I definitely finished Manon's arc. What's going on? I swear she. Okay, I'm gonna go see what's going on with this, but there's something going on. Maybe some parts of their storylines required parts to be done from other people's storylines. I'm not sure. This is kind of weirding me out, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of wish the storylines stayed tangled up like that, but the things got kind of linear once we hit Ritem, which is unfortunate. Or fortunate, depending on your opinion, but hey. I do kind of wish there was more content in Ritem, and especially in Kavaris, but the whole idea of Aelio having the most content, Kavaris having the least content, and Ritem being somewhere in between, wasn't limited to just side stories. There were other traces of it as well in the game. So, yeah. And I gotta be honest, with the 5-level cap increase we're getting from Sia. I'm betting things are going to be pretty friggin' short there as well.
Okay, that's all the videos.
Sure is. I would like to show off some honorable mentions, so not anything that was in these videos that did particularly well, just skits that I enjoyed doing over the course of the past year, I guess. Hope you enjoy.
Hey there! Do you like women?
Yes! Stop ruining my immersion!
Stop writing bad dialogue.
No! No.
Yeah!
No, 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 yeah. Hey, motherfucker! Come here and give me your liver! No.
Showed him.
Oh no, what are we gonna do?
Hey, Keiko, I'm back.
What took you so long?
Whoa, easy. Everything alright?
No. There's a dead body right in the middle of the floor, and I'm pretty sure it's a very popular celebrity. You've been gone all day. Where were you?
Yeah, I knew I forgot something this morning. Keiko, I can assure you that is not who you think it is.
Prove it.
Take off his hat.
I don't want to touch him.
Alright, here, move. There.
Oh, oh wow. Yeah, his hair is usually brown, isn't it? His eyes look... his mustache just fell off.
Yeah, that's very obviously fake. Here. I'll go bury him. I just need you to cover for me while I'm doing that, alright? If you don't mind, that is. I want to force it on you. I know you're, still kind of uncomfortable with the whole recording thing.
What do you mean, Cuff? Oh, want me to record a whole video? By myself?
No, I'll show back up as soon as I can. You know, as soon as I get this, yeah, I'll be right back.
Oh, boy.
I'm back.
Welcome back. There's a letter on the table for you.
Oh, yeah? Let's see here.
3 days until a Mario steal you liver! Wahoo!
Huh. Well, that's old.
Later.
That is not an option.
Okay, everything should be ready, so we just need to wait for him to get back.
Hello!
What? How did you...
Ooh.
Hey, don't get so close to me.
Oh, you're so good!
What do you want?
I'm looking for... S.
Hey, back off. I'm taken, alright?
How about you suck Mario's...
I said no. Now go away.
Come here, fishy fishy. Here,
I said
fishy
no.
fishy.
Get off me.
Hey, motherfucker, come here and give me your liver.
Jeez, some guys just can't take no for an answer. Well, now that that's taken care of, I should probably start the video. I'm glad we got a chance to record this morning.
Greetings, and welcome back to my Generational Nuzlocke Challenge. We have a gym battle to get to, but first...
Wait, sorry, I forgot something. Where? There it is. Hey, I thought we were done with Liver Joke.
We are now.
We better be.
Well, thanks for watching.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.